You've seen it, the way he walks into the room like he owns it, the way his confidence almost dares you to chase him. But why is it that his overconfidence leaves you feeling small, like you have to prove yourself to be noticed? Why does it seem like the more power he shows, the less power you feel you have? And why do you secretly wonder if there's something you could say that would make him stop, look at you differently, and actually feel something deeper? And what you're about to hear may change everything you thought you knew. You know the feeling. He walks into the room with that effortless charm, that smirk that makes everyone notice him. He knows he has options and he acts like you're just one of many. You laugh at his jokes, play along and try to look unbothered, but inside you're asking yourself, does he even see me, or am I just another face in the crowd? Later, when you're alone, the doubt creeps in. You replay the night, wondering if you said too much or too little. You check your phone, waiting for his message, even though you know he's probably busy entertaining someone else. Your friends say, he's just confident, don't let it get to you. But they don't know the ache you carry. The ache of wanting him to look at you differently, to stop showing off and start showing up, to feel like you matter in a room full of women who want him too. And when you finally lay down at night, staring at the ceiling in the dark, the question stings, why do I feel invisible next to a man who seems so sure of himself? Because deep down, you don't just want to be noticed, you want to be unforgettable. And you wonder if there's something, a simple thing, you could say that would pierce through his ego and make him fall. Not for your beauty, not for your smile, but for you. When a man acts overly confident, it stirs something deep inside you. Part of you is drawn to it, the charm, the charisma, the way he commands attention. But another part of you feels small, unseen and uncertain. You start wondering if you're enough to keep his eyes, if you're enough to capture his heart. And this is where most women get trapped, because they mistake his surface confidence for true emotional power. The truth? His overconfidence is often just a mask. But before we get to him, we have to look at you, because the way you respond to his confidence has everything to do with your psychology. If you lean anxious in your attachment, his confidence can trigger your fear of being overlooked. His relaxed, self-assured energy makes you feel like you have to prove yourself, like you have to do more just to be noticed. And so you laugh louder, you compliment him more, you lean in while he leans back. But here's the hidden truth. The more you chase validation, the less he feels compelled to give it. His confidence grows while yours shrinks. And suddenly the dynamic isn't equal anymore. It's him on the pedestal and you quietly competing for a place in his attention. But here's the part most women never realize. A man's overconfidence often acts as a mirror. If you secretly doubt your own worth, his energy will amplify your insecurities. You'll start comparing yourself to other women in the room. You'll wonder what you have to do to stand out. You'll think, if he really saw me, he wouldn't act like I'm replaceable. But this is where the paradox begins. The very moment you feel the need to prove yourself is the moment he subconsciously senses you've handed him the power. And nothing feeds an already confident man more than knowing you're seeking his approval. That's when his ego grows and your presence fades. But here's the part most women never realize. Deep down, many women fear that if they challenge a man's confidence, he'll walk away. So they play along. They smile, nod, and accept his behavior, even when it stings. The hidden fear is, if I speak up, I'll lose him. If I show my truth, he won't want me. But this silence doesn't make him respect you. It makes him assume you'll tolerate anything. And men don't fall hard for what feels predictable. They fall when something shakes them, when a woman's words pierce through the ego and touch the soul beneath it. But here's the part most women never realize. A man who's used to being admired doesn't fall for admiration. He already gets that from everyone else. He falls when someone sees beyond the surface. When you say something that makes him stop in his tracks, when your presence reflects strength instead of need, that's when his ego cracks and his heart opens. And this is the secret most women never hear. It's not about dimming his confidence, it's about shining yours. It's about using words that don't chase him, but ground you. Words that tell him, I see your confidence, but I'm not intimidated by it. I match it. That's why one well-placed sentence, said with calm assurance, can do what endless chasing never could. It can make him fall hard, because it shifts the balance back to where attraction grows. But here's the part most women never realize. The words that disarm his ego are the same ones that reveal your power. And once you learn how to say them, everything changes. Step 1 is to ground yourself in your own worth before you respond to his confidence. The emotional truth is that when a man acts like he's the prize, it's easy to slip into the role of proving you're good enough for him. That energy makes you shrink without even realizing it. The practical advice is to pause and remind yourself, I am not here to audition for love. Before you say a word, breathe, straighten your shoulders and decide you're already enough. Imagine this. You're out with him and he's telling a story that makes everyone laugh, soaking up the attention. Instead of fading into the background, you smile calmly and say, you really do know how to hold a room. Then you let the silence hang, showing you're not competing, you're observing. He feels your calm presence and suddenly the power shifts. What if you chose yourself this time? Step 2 is to use playful honesty that disarms his ego instead of feeding it. The emotional truth is that men who act overly confident expect women to either gush over them or stay quiet. When you meet that with light-hearted truth, you stand out. The practical advice is to deliver your words with a smile, never with bitterness. For example, if he brags, every girl here probably wants me, instead of rolling your eyes or flattering him, you say, maybe. But confidence looks even better when it's humble. Picture his reaction. He laughs, maybe raises an eyebrow, but deep down he feels it. You've acknowledged his charm without being swept away by it. What if your words could make him pause and actually see you? Step 3 is to set subtle boundaries that remind him you're not just another admirer. The emotional truth is that when you allow his overconfidence to go unchecked, you risk being lumped in with everyone else who falls at his feet. The practical advice is to show through your choices that you respect yourself enough to walk away from behavior that doesn't feel good. Imagine this. He cancels plans last minute with a casual excuse. Instead of replying, "It's okay, I understand," you calmly respond, "No worries. I'll make other plans. Let me know when you're sure next time." You're not angry, you're steady. And that steadiness unsettles him in the best way. What if you stopped excusing bad behavior and started showing him your standard? Step 4 is to create mystery by living a full life beyond him. The emotional truth is that nothing shakes a confident man more than realizing he doesn't have all of you. The practical advice is to fill your time with things that light you up, friends, passions, adventures, so he sees you as a woman who chooses him, not clings to him. Imagine this. He calls and says, "Let's hang out tonight," assuming you're free. You smile and reply, "I'd love to, but I already have plans. Let's try another day." In that moment, he feels something new. Curiosity, respect, even longing. What if the very thing that makes him fall hardest is not your availability, but your independence? You are not here to beg for attention. You are not here to compete for his gaze. You are not here to shrink yourself just so his confidence can shine brighter. You are here to be seen, to be chosen, to be remembered. Every time you silence your truth just to keep the peace, you teach him that his voice matters more than yours. Every time you laugh at jokes that don't honor you, you tell him your comfort is worth less than his ego. Every time you wait by the phone, hoping he'll notice you, you dim the fire of your own life. But that fire never dies. It waits. It waits for you to stop chasing. It waits for you to stop proving. It waits for you to finally believe. You are the prize. Confidence without depth is a mask. Ego without humility is empty. And the women who make men fall the hardest are not the ones who feed that mask. They are the ones who pierce through it with truth, with standards, with presence. Remember this. You don't need to be louder to be heard. You don't need to be prettier to be chosen. You don't need to bend yourself into shapes to fit his idea of perfection. What makes him fall is not your willingness to orbit around him. It's your refusal to lose yourself while standing beside him. You are not the echo of his story. You are the voice of your own. You are not the shadow behind his spotlight. You are the light he never saw coming. And here's the secret no one tells you. When you hold your ground, when you speak with playful truth, when you let him see that you are whole with or without him, that's when his confidence falters. That's when his walls crack. That's when he feels something real. Because the strongest men don't fall for the easiest woman to impress. They fall for the woman who doesn't flinch in the presence of their ego. The one who mirrors their strength without losing her softness. The one who can look at them, smile and say, I see through the act and I still choose to stand tall. So the next time you feel small beside his swagger, remember this. You are not small. You are not invisible. You are not replaceable. You are the storm that humbles him, the silence that unsettles him, the truth that disarms him, and the love he didn't know he was searching for. Carry this with you. You are worthy not because he notices you. You are worthy because you dare to notice yourself first. And as you walk away tonight with your head held high, let this question linger in your heart. If you finally believed you were the prize, how would he ever see you the same way again?